Alright, this is Mad Dog 2001 trying to respond to Cyber or Cyblow Cluster's video. If this works, obviously, I tried making a video response and it didn't go through as a video response. It went through. He ended up finding the video because he subscribed to me, and I think the same thing here. Because, alright, well, anyway, I'm going to sound like a dick. Marcus, if you're going to respond to a video of mine, you have to click post video response and then do it that way. If you just upload it through normal YouTube, people aren't going to know that you're responding to me. Just to let you know that. I know you're new to this system, so you probably didn't know that. So anyways, to respond to what you said, basically I'm just going to touch on the two guys that you said that were completely unable to run a system. This is unquoted, by the way. Brady Quinn, and I think you're being a little naive on saying that he's horrible, because how can you judge his how can you judge what he has done because he's played for Cleveland? I mean, that's just like saying that Jake Plummer, when he played for Arizona, was horrible based on those 8 seasons he had. And he didn't really have, he only had one decent year where he took his team to the playoffs. And the team was 8-8. So, I mean, really, if anything, they shouldn't have been there to begin with. So, to say that Brady Quinn isn't ready to lead a team or even to be a starter in a system like Denver, I think is just stupid. I really think that I don't think that Quinn is Cutler's capability, but if he were to get traded, he'd come along with a first-round draft pick, obviously, now that I look at it more. Brady Quinn, I think, is ready to play on a football team, and he would need a veteran, obviously, to get him into the system, and Denver does not have that. But with that's why you just break him in there and you just let him run loose and see what he can do. And you got a good running game to back him up, which is something that Cleveland really didn't have. I know you had Jamal Lewis, but really he really hasn't done shit since he went to Cleveland. I don't even know if he's even still there, to be completely honest. But I mean, really, I think Quinn could be. I think he could do something decent in Cleveland, and I do think that's a possible trade possibility. Another one you said is Leinart. Once again, Leinart has shown some nice improvements, and he has shown some bad stuff too. But when you have a guy like Kurt Warner at the time as a backup, if Leinart has 1 or 2 bad games, he's gonna be benched because you have a quarterback that's ready to play also. If Leinart went to Denver, he would have time to make some errors and adjust to them. It's just like when Cutler first started in Denver, he wasn't this fantastic quarterback. I mean, really, he's had a pretty mediocre career as far as wins, and that's the main thing I think that's important. I mean, going 8-8, or how did he start? Like, he came in when Denver was 7-4 after Plummer lost back-to-back games to Kansas City and San Diego. He was benched right away. And that's what happens. Like, I honestly should have thought they should have had Plummer play the rest of the year, but whatever. That's a different story. I can see Leinart in Denver. I don't see him, considering that's who Denver wanted originally to begin with. I could see them trading for Leinart, probably a Cutler for Leinart, and probably another quarterback. And you said that will create quarterback controversy. Yes, it would. Warner would have to fight for his job, and Cutler would have to fight for his. But look at it like this. Yeah, you'd pay a starter money, first-string starter, to sit on the bench. But at the same time, what you also do is, obviously, if Warner wins out the job, Cutler would sit on the bench for the first year and be brought in for the next year because they'll let Warner go. That's why they re-signed Warner, because they didn't feel Leinart was ready. But that's them. Maybe sometimes a change of scenery could actually improve a style of play. And it has been proven with other teams when they moved. I mean, look at Chad Pennington. He had 2 back-to-back pretty much horrible seasons in the Jets, went to Miami and turned it all around. and that obviously wouldn't have made any sense because Miami didn't look like they were a team that were going to go to the playoffs. They were 1-15 a couple years ago. But it happened. Sometimes a change of scenery could produce positive results, and usually it does in most cases. And I wouldn't see them trading for Kurt Warner. I think that would be a somewhat of a mistake because Denver really doesn't want a 37-year-old quarterback right now. They're looking for a quarterback they can mold into the system. And with their 4 running backs that they're going to have next year, right now they just need a quarterback that could make some good decisions. And I can see Brady Quinn filling that spot. I could see Matt Leinart. I'd give them a chance. I wouldn't just write them off because they had a couple of bad seasons. And Brady Quinn really hasn't done anything because he really hasn't had too much of a chance. And playing in Cleveland with that offensive line and that horrible offense to begin with, really, you can't just blame Brady Quinn for the reason why the Browns suck. I mean, there's many other reasons. But if they're going to trade, obviously I see the big one is for Pennington. But another one I was brought up, they were talking about Romo for Cutler, and I guess that possibly could happen, but I doubt it. I don't think Dallas is want to trade their big guy away, and at the same time that they want to trade for Cutler, I don't, me personally, I probably wouldn't because look what really, Cutler has good offensive numbers, but like I said, he hasn't even played in a playoff game. And to really say the guy has been, and I know I said in my last video he was a franchise player, but really, this big hype over him, if I'm Denver, fucking sit him. I'm sick of this fucking shit. I'm sick of Cutler being compared to one of the most elite quarterbacks in the NFL, when really, Besides his passing yards, he really hasn't done much since he came to Denver besides throw the ball to Brandon Marshall. I mean, anyone could do that. Yeah, I just don't see him really. If he's going to go anywhere, I think it's either going to be to the Cardinals, the Dolphins, or the Browns. Because Browns are going to need a quarterback. Arizona is probably more like a 5% chance because they have Kurt Warner and they might not make that move. But with Kurt Warner retiring probably in the next couple of years, they're going to want somebody. And you said that no one wants to pay a number 1 quarterback, a starting quarterback to sit on the bench. While ago, Green Bay used to get killed by Chicago. And this is before I was even born, or if I was born, I don't remember it. There was a quarterback, crap. I want to say McMahon, but I'm probably wrong. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, and you probably could look this up since I probably should have before I even mentioned it, but the Chicago Bears quarterback wasn't very talented, but he always would kill Green Bay. So Green Bay traded for him and never played him because they could beat Chicago. I'm just saying, that does happen where players get traded just because they don't want to play him, or if they do trade for him, they don't play. Sometimes you'll pay a quarterback a lot of money not to lose to him. But that's kind of an inaccurate statement because it's not like Arizona and Denver are going to be playing each other twice a year. That was an in-division stuff, so you can actually scratch all that I just said. I just kind of made myself sound stupid. Mad Dog 2001. I'm going to try to post this as a video response and accept it as a video response because then you can respond back to me. But next time when you actually respond, when you click on my video, it'll say down at the bottom, it'll say post a video response. Post a video response, you can send it through a quick capture that way. Other than that, this is Mad Dog 2001. I'm out.